Dear students, good morning. After a little break, we are resuming the deliberation on this subject, the Constitution of India. We have already discussed the preamble of our Constitution. What the preamble says. The people of India resolve to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and secure all its citizens justice. What kind of justice? Social, economic and political justice. Liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. Equality of status and opportunity. And to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and unity and integrity of the nation. Several constitutional bench declares that these basic features, fundamental features, shall not be changed. Constitution amendments. So these are the fundamentals, the objectives to be achieved by applying this Constitution. Then comes the first part. Part 1, Article 1 to 4 deals with that is India or Bharat shall be a union of states. It declares. So the territorial extension up to where this constitution applies, the geographical extension of the Constitution deals with the part 1 to 4 articles. Then we discussed the part 2. Part 2 from article 5 to 11 deals with citizenship. Who are the citizens of India? How citizenship shall be acquired? Who are the aliens? Who are the migrants? Part 2, 5 to 11. While discussing, we are also discussed an important Citizenship Amendment Act. It is regarding the giving of citizenship to those persons who floods from Pakistan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh due to the religious or the persecution of the state, the religious minorities, Hindus, Parsis and Sikhs were discussed in the Citizenship Act. Then we discussed an important part, that is part 3. Part 3 of the Constitution contains the fundamental rights. Article 12 to start with deals with the definition of states. State. What's a state? defined in Article 12. It's very important because state is the institution which safeguards the fundamental rights of the citizenship. The state shall not deprive of any of the fundamental rights guaranteed in this part. Or it is the duty of the state to safeguard the interest of the citizens and the persons living in India, etc. were discussed in the Article 12 by defining what is the state means. State means the union and the parliament, the states and the state legislatures and the union territories and all other local self-governments and all authorities under the control of the union or states. That is a vast definition of the state. Then comes Article 13. Article 13 contains what is a law. It discusses that all laws prevailing in India immediately before the commencement of this constitution shall be a law if it shall not infringe or insofar as these laws were not inconsistent with the provisions contained in this part. That it shall not make any law which deprives any of the fundamental rights contained in this part. Also, it deals with the law means any customs or practice which is prevailed, that is also a law. That is regarding the what is meant by law contained in Article 13. Article 14 deals with the equality of law and equal protection of laws contained in Article 14. Then comes Article 15, another fundamental right, that the state shall not discriminate any person only on the base of his religion, place of birth, caste, etc. Then comes Article 16. Article 16 deals with the public employment, and Article 17 deals with the untouchability. Article 18, any giving of titles, etc. were discussed. Then comes very important article, that is Article 19, regarding the a very, very fundamental right, that is freedom of speech and expression. Freedom to move throughout the territory of India. Freedom association. Freedom to secure jobs to anywhere in India. That is all were discussed in Article 19. There are also, so these are the fundamental rights we have already discussed. Today, we are discussing an important fundamental right, that is right of minorities to establish, administer educational institution. This is contained in Article 30. Right of minorities to establish and administer educational institutions is the heading. Article 30, Clause 1 states that all minorities, whether based on religion or language, shall have the right to establish and administer educational institutions of their choice. Granting aid to educational institutions discriminates against any educational institutions on the grounds that it is under the management of minority, whether unity in diversity is the ideal behind the constitutional structure. To federate under the union while keeping its identity. Indian society is a composite, heterogeneous one, and diversity is one of its strengths. There are many minority groups having distinct language, culture, belief, script, etc. of their own. The Constitution guarantees the right to propagate them, serve these distinct scripts, language, culture and belief. Article 30 guarantees the rights of all minorities, whether linguistic or religious, to establish and administer educational institutions of their own choice. 42nd Amendment Act insert clause 1A that we have already read through. Clause 1A to Article 30, which states that the shall ensure, while fixing compensation for the compulsory acquisition of a property of such minority educational institution, to compensate adequately. So 30 clause 2, no discrimination shall be made by the state in granting aid to educational institutions on the ground that it is under the management of a minority community, etc. were discussed in Article 30. Today we are concluding our discussion here, and we will meet again in another day.